What if literally anyone in your company could just talk to your data? I mean, have a real conversation with it. Today, we're going to break down Snowflake Intelligence, a pretty incredible new capability that's all about tearing down the walls that keep your best insights locked away.
You know the drill, right? Your company is sitting on mountains of data, but trying to get a simple answer feels like a huge project. It means finding a data scientist, waiting for a custom dashboard. It's slow, it's complicated. So how do you just smash through that bottleneck and get the answers you need, like right now?
Well, this is Snowflake's answer. It's called Snowflake Intelligence. The best way to think about it is like a smart conversational layer that sits on top of all your company's data. It's built so that anyone, and I mean anyone, from the CEO down to a new sales rep, can just ask questions in plain English and instantly get back charts, trends, and real analysis. No code required.
So here's what we're going to cover in this explainer. We'll start with what it is, then pop the hood to see how it works. After that, we'll walk through the setup for all you admins out there, cover how to control who sees what, and wrap up with some of the really cool advanced features for security and making it your own.
Okay, let's dive right in. What can this technology actually do for you and your teams on a day-to-day basis? At its core, this is all about empowerment. A sales manager can literally type, "Show me our top-selling products in Europe last quarter," and boom, a bar chart appears. A marketing analyst could ask, "Hey, can you summarize customer feedback from our latest survey?" and get a clean, concise summary. But the real magic, the absolute game changer, is its ability to connect the dots between your nice, neat databases and all your messy documents and give you an answer from everything all at once.
So how in the world does this all work? Let's take a look under the hood at the engine that makes it all possible. You know, how does Snowflake turn a simple question into a super sophisticated answer?
The secret sauce here is a concept called agents. An agent is basically an AI model that's been connected to your data. I love this analogy. Think of it like a superpowered data librarian. It listens to your question, it actually understands what you're trying to ask, it knows exactly where to go to find the info across all your different sources, and then it brings the answer back and presents it to you in a really clear visual way.
Now, the power behind these agents comes from some of the most advanced AI models on the planet, like Claude 4.5 and GPT-5. And yeah, you'll see some technical notes in here about data regions and clouds, but honestly, the most important thing to see is that auto setting. Snowflake uses it to hide all that complexity from you.
And this is the key takeaway. This comes straight from their own documentation. By picking auto, you are basically future-proofing your entire setup. Snowflake will automatically send your questions to the best possible model, which means as they add newer, smarter models down the line, your system just gets better and better without you having to do a single thing.
All right, this next part is for all the administrators watching. Let's walk through the high-level process for getting this set up. And don't worry, we're not going to get lost in the weeds with code. We're just focusing on the core concepts you need to know.
Before we get into the steps, there is one absolutely critical rule you have to understand. Your entire Snowflake account can only have one of these Snowflake Intelligence objects, just one. Think of it as the single master control panel for this whole feature. It's so important for managing everything in one place.
The setup really just boils down to 3 simple, logical steps. First, the account admin creates that one central object. Easy enough. Second, they build a curated list of approved agents. These are the data librarians you actually want your users to be talking to. And third, they hand out the right permissions to the right people so they can actually see and use the agents.
And when we talk about privileges, there are really only 2 main flavors you need to worry about. The usage privilege is what you'll give to most of your users. It just lets them see and use the agents you've approved. The alter privilege, on the other hand, is for the admins. It gives them the power to add or remove agents from that central list. It's a really simple but powerful way to separate who can use the tool from who can manage the tool.
Okay, so let's talk about control. Because you probably don't want every single user seeing every single agent, right? Especially not the ones you're still testing out. So how does Snowflake decide who sees what? Let's break down that logic.
This is the big question every admin needs to be able to answer. When a user logs in, how does the system figure out which agents to show them? It's not just random. There's actually a very clear order of operations.
And here's that logic, step by step. First, Snowflake looks at that central intelligence object. If you've put a curated list of agents in there, that's what your users see. End of story. Simple.
If that list happens to be empty, it then falls back to an older method, just for backward compatibility. But if both of those are empty, then it defaults to showing users every single agent in the account that they have permission to see. And that's exactly why curating that central list is so important for maintaining control.
So for anyone who might be using that older method, Snowflake is really pushing for you to migrate to this new central object. And the reasons are pretty compelling. It's way more flexible, it gives you better permissions, letting you separate who can build an agent from who can make it public, and of course, it gives you that beautiful single point of control for everything.
Okay, moving beyond the basic setup, Snowflake Intelligence also comes packed with some fantastic enterprise-grade features for controlling how it looks and how secure it is.
You can completely brand the user experience to make it feel like it's your own internal company tool. You can change the name, create a custom welcome message, set the color theme to match your corporate brand, and even upload your own logos and the little icon for the browser tab. It's a small thing, but it makes a huge difference for getting people to actually use it.
Now this is a huge one for any organization with really strict security requirements. Snowflake Intelligence can integrate directly with both AWS and Azure Private Link. What that means, in simple terms, is you can create a secure private tunnel for all your data, guaranteeing that none of your sensitive information ever has to travel across the public internet. It's a total game changer for security.
And really, that just sums the whole thing up perfectly. This isn't just a tool for the business users, and it's not just a tool for IT. It's designed to be the bridge between them. It democratizes data, making it super accessible for everyone through just plain English. But at the same time, it gives administrators all the centralized management, detailed permissions, and tough-as-nails security that they absolutely need. So, I'll just leave you with this one final thought. Forget about all the technical limits for just a second. When that barrier between having a question and getting an answer is completely gone, when anyone from sales to HR to the C-suite can have a direct conversation with all of your company's data, what new questions will you finally be able to ask?